Oh, Can's the big guy again. There you go. Fix it. You're not the big guy. Hi.
Hi. How's it going?
It's going well. Let's lounge. We'll lounge tonight. There we go. Oof. I don't know. You get much better quality out of whatever camera you're using now. The Can Cam.
Yeah, it's my cell phone.
It's far better quality than your previous Can Cam.
Which was my laptop. And the nice thing is it's smaller and I can have it above where I draw.
Right.
Due to the boom arm. So it actually, instead of me like looking over here, it's like right there. Hello, Bob. How are you?
Now I get to try my new login for tonight. I'm supposed to use corporate now. Punching in. All right.
You're doing good.
Okay.
I'm being punched by Guy.
I punched in. It told me to punch in. So I punched in like you're supposed to. But I like this too because now you can read the comments section.
Yes. Yeah, it's right up here instead of over there. And I can look at what I'm drawing and look up and read. So occasionally, I can know what's going on. I know, that's amazing. We can do it. We have the technology.
Nope.
So how are you this evening, Guy?
We're doing great, actually. I was a little late tonight because somebody doesn't listen to Alexa. And Alexa gave him instructions to get ready for bed, and then I go in to find, as I'm about to prepare for the show, I find that he's not even remotely ready for bed. And he's still sitting there watching his screens. And then he has to find his cables, and he has to find all the stuff, and he has to plug everything in. And I'm like, okay, dude, that's why Alexa tells you this.
Yeah. I love you, but I'm going to murder you.
Uh-huh. That's totally it. You're like the son. You're like the son I never had. Wait a minute, you have a son. Yeah, keep this up and that'll change. You know.
I brought you into this world. I can take you out.
Right?
The mother's curse.
I think it's so funny that was something said. And it's like, now I'm like, don't tempt me. Yeah, was zap him with a water bottle. Squirt, just go in there like the cat. Hey, he was supposed to move his PC over to his room tonight so that we could load the music software on it so he could start composing music, but he wanted to watch YouTube all night instead. Oh, well, okay.
That's going to be a big no. No way.
Right. It's frustratingly annoying. It was working so well before, but now that I've saved it and reloaded it, it won't work.
That's not good.
No, I really need to just learn how to do animation in Blender and then just leave it. Where did you get this instruction? Oh, from down here. Oh no.
Oh, so did you hear what happened with Musk today?
What?
Did you hear what happened to Musk and Twitter today?
Uh-oh. What?
So Musk gathered all of his engineers and asked them why his engagements have been falling and why he's not getting the views that he once had, and why he's not getting the engagement he once had. And he accused the Twitter engineers of shadow banning him. And one of the engineers said, "No, it's probably people are tired of your antics," and he fired all of the engineers. He didn't want to hear that he was the problem.
Right? That's just so bizarre. I mean, I used to follow him on a lot of social media and I don't anymore because he's just weird. Like nothing was working like it should have been working, you know, like he was cool for a while and then he just got weird.
Yeah. Well, and I didn't like the fact that on Twitter, he forced everybody on Twitter to follow him.
Right.
And so I, like a lot of people, unfollowed him and blocked him.
Right.
I don't know what to draw today.
Yeah, well. Bomb's like, should I see if I'm following? I wonder if I'm following him. And there goes George knocking over cups again. But that startled me, though. Thanks, George, because I love being startled so much. You are, and you have been for a while. Which is cool. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, it was the first time that I ever really realized how social media gets weird and how we could control. It was when a friend of mine, when Donald Trump became president, I followed Donald Trump because for me, I just like keeping up with, with whoever's president. And so it seemed perfectly reasonable to me. And a friend of, yeah, me too, Bob. That's pretty much what I was following before with SpaceX. A friend of mine private messaged me and said, I'm noticing you follow Donald Trump, but you should know that he's against everything I stand for, and that really bothers me. And I wrote back and I said, hey, I'm not following him because I necessarily agree with him or don't agree with him. I'm just following him because I think we should always be up on our politics. And he was like, I know, but just kind of makes me sad whenever I see that on your friends or your following list or whatever. And I was like, I started to realize just how insidious this is. Not only could I not be informed, but I was encouraged to not be informed by my fellow friends, And I found that kind of insidious. Not on their part. This wasn't blaming my friend, per se. I mean, it was kind of weird, but it was just like weird that was the request made, And now I fight it a whole lot more because I've got better things to do with my life. It's like, nah, I really like to stay as informed as I possibly can. So I'm going to.
I also think there's a little bit of Donald Trump really kind of pushed things.
Yeah. It wasn't like following George Bush. I can see that. I definitely could see that. Where
George Bush, hey, you want to stay informed because he's the president.
Right. I mean,
and that could be important
to the camera. I get that. I was just like, but it was so weird. It was just like, huh.
But a lot of things changed because of him.
Yep. Sure.
For better or for worse.
Right.
And I think a lot of innocence was taken away because of him.
Yeah, probably.
For better or for worse.
Right. Depends on how you look at things.
Well, I think, definitely what I thought was, going away turned out to be alive and well and in very angry people's thoughts with racism.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm finding out that, all this time, not only has racism been alive, but how do I want to phrase this so it doesn't sound like I'm blaming all Christians, which I'm not, but there is a...
Activity.
segment of fanatical Christians who were still at a holy war with the rest of the world.
I tend to say just fanatical religious people, religious fanatics.
Yeah.
The problem is that they've got money and power, and I don't like that. That doesn't help me any.
Yeah, and now we're finding out how much money and power.
Yeah. I once said that it was in some argument somewhere. I said, religion's a hobby, and the person was super offended. And I was like, well, part of the problem is that you're offended by that. Like, you don't just want to believe your thing, you want me to believe your thing. And you're offended that I'm not believing your thing, you know? And I'm like, because they were like, we just want to be left alone. And I'm like, no, you don't. You really, really don't. You want me to believe your thing. And that's a different problem. That's requiring me to be part of this. I really do want to just be left alone. It was the first time I had ever heard my mother use the word projection, because she had used that. That was what she was using it for. Because this was still around in the 90s, of course, when Mom and I were talking about it. And it's projection. It's, believers are cool. I don't have any problem with believers. I have a problem with the believers that require my respect of their beliefs. I don't need to respect your belief, I mean, I need to respect that you have a belief, but I'm not required to respect the belief, and that's the problem. That's part of where our issue usually lies with those guys. Because it's not a problem to believe something. The problem that I have is they usually get really offended that you don't believe it. It's even funnier, too, because I was talking to my best bud about it. And I was like, it's a hobby. And he's like, oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm like, yeah, right? I mean, like, totally. And the thing is, I love arguing theology. I love it. I love arguing theology. As long as it stays kind of like the difference between Star Wars and Star Trek. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have any problem with Star Wars. I don't like it as much as I like Star Trek. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't hate it. It's not a terrible thing. Star Trek's just objectively better. That's all. But even when I say stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, even when I say Star Trek is objectively better than Star Wars, I'm being obnoxious. I'm being silly. I'm not actually saying that it is. Because I know for a fact that there are a lot of people who love Star Wars. All right, B needs to come around the corner and do a better job of coming around the corner. Or A, I mean, Blue. Bluey here needs to do a better job of making it around the corner. Just saying, Bluey, you suck at this going around the corner thing.
Okay, I'm much happier with that panel now.
I like the way it was coming along earlier. I mean, I like this too. I'm sorry. That was me speaking without my brain under leash.
Okay, so you liked it better?
You sent a picture via text earlier, via PM, and my brain just conflated the two concepts together to make it I liked the picture earlier and I like that picture. You know what I mean? But I conflated it into one thing where I ended up saying, I liked the picture earlier because my brain wasn't on leash. And so I wasn't paying attention to where my brain was. That was something that frustrated me about my mom, because she firmly believes, she had all this like psychology training. She firmly believed that whatever you said first was what you really meant. And so I'd say stuff like that, and I'd never be able to get out of that. You know what I mean? Like, if you were her and, you know, in this position, you'd be like, so you like the early, I'm just going to delete this frame because you really secretly like the earlier one, you know, and I'd never be able to get out of it. Oh, it was so frustrating. I'm now glad to know, though, my psychiatrist is also an ADDer. And so it is wonderful talking to her, because she's like, nah, we just sometimes run without permission. Our mouths run without permission. I'm like, yep, that's the right words.
No, the picture I sent you earlier tonight,
I know
I
it's a
drew
different
that.
picture.
Huh?
It's a different picture.
Yeah.
I
And
understand.
drew
That's what I was
that.
saying. It's very important that I know that there were two different pictures.
Okay.
The two thought processes.
So what guy is laughing and joking about and
At himself, not at
himself and trying very hard to backpedal off of what he was saying currently?
Yep. Because it's embarrassing.
As soon as this thing decides to do what it... Okay, there we go.
Where's the control for this? Fighting between fandoms is ridiculous.
He's talking about this picture.
Yeah, I like that picture.
And this I drew in 2019.
Hey, Tessa.
Hey, Tess, how you doing? I drew this in 2019 of Brig. And it's the first picture kind of getting a feeling of Brig's mindset. And I refer to this when I am feeling lost in the story. Hey Tess, did you get shown the picture yet from Saber? It's hot and full of cockroaches.
Oh, see, now that's just why I'm not. No, see, so much of no. And Australian cockroaches probably want to kill you.
And they're not like the Alaskan ones that'll speak to you.
No. That's full of no. All of that is a no. No. Mm-mm. In Madagascar, they hiss. Oh my God. Okay, where are you going? And how do I get you to stop going? There are no commands. How are you still driving? I have no instructions.
DMs. I'll share with the rest of the class. So one of my friends and Tessa's friends is a person by the name of Grana Saber, and Saber was trying to get them to try some new coffee from Black Rifle Company, I think it was, and they got to try it today, and apparently it was like the most amazing coffee they've had. Is what I got from Saber on that conversation.
Wow.
So I drew this comic of Tessa and her husband Walt, who is the cat, drinking the coffee, and Saber's giving the smug smile as
It was like killer roast coffee or something. I don't know.
is the platonic idea of coffee.
Well, you'll need to loosen up on Tessa so that she can post links.
Yeah, I'm getting her. I'm getting her. One moment. We had some porn bots come through, so I've kind of tightened down on links, unfortunately.
Yerp.
Few bad eggs spoil the bunch, unfortunately.
Yerp. Right through a tree. This is important, man.
Okay, what is the Nightbot command? Yeah, screw it. What's the command to allow people to post links?
Holy crow, bro. Tighten your belts.
Permit. There we go. There you go, Tess. You can post that. The idea that it's so coffee, it's disturbing in and of itself is funny to me. It's not good. It's not bad. It is just coffee.
It is so very coffee. I cannot tell you how coffee it is. You cannot break the laws of physics. Are you talking about my car? Because my car is going like this. These are not the droids you're looking for. Oh my god. Why are you wobbling? Don't wobble.
Is your car wobbling? Does your car have a wobble issue?
My car has a wobble issue all of a sudden. Don't develop a wobble. Just do your job. Don't be stupid. Now it's drunk. Wee, wee. Better speed the hell up. It's going to get itself run over.
It's on a caffeine jag.
Right? It's like bunch of chewy.
Oh, did you like the Pikes Peak
Yes,
thing I sent you? Were...
that was pretty funny. Okay, let's straighten up the camera. So Pikes Peak has been the thing that they've been calling it for a long time. And every time they do that, I keep saying, as the local resident Coloradan in this thread, I approve of your name. for this thing. It cracks me up every time. I mean, cool, but
How many chevrons is Sergeant?
Bob, isn't it 4? It depends on which sergeant. Are you just talking about normal sergeant?
Yeah.
4. So it's an E5. Isn't that 3 down, 1 up? Or is it just 3 down? No, it's 4 down. Is this 4 down? Give him a second. Bob was actually in. Bob was in the Air Force, but I think that's enough to warrant at least knowing translation across. Because you're talking about Army.
I'm just looking for military.
You'll get back to us.
My buddy Looney was here. He'd probably be able to tell me, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Depends on the service. If you're not helping. It's 3 up. There. So just 3 stripes up. There you go. Right there.
Aquatic jerk. No, that's a good snapback. Oh, come on, Nightbot. You don't need to be this aggressive with things.
Nightbot's super aggressive. Super aggro Nightbot.
I have it set up for like once every 40 minutes or something like that. And it's decided once every 30 seconds. It's like, come on. Hey, Donald. Yes, you see art people and they're arting. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Usually terrifying. I mean, to be fair, something terrifying about artists. They're just a scary lot. Camera's moving. Why is the camera moving? God bless Argentina and all the ships at sea. All right. We have too much power. How do we do that?
Well, see,
who gives us power? You know what would happen if we got power?
We like
Uh-oh. 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 We're losing you. I lost you. Uh-oh. We haven't had our nightly cat butt. What good is... Uh-oh. Hope he comes back. Oh, there he is. Okay. Cat in the face. Butt of cat. Butt of cat. It's like a bump of chicken. Butt of cat. Butt of cat. Wow. Tessa's like tripping all of the things. Yeah, you are a foof. George. Oh, yeah. It's George time. You do make it difficult, though, for me to work. You know that, right? Does that matter to you? It really doesn't, does it? Doesn't matter to you, does it? You don't care. I think Tessa, you know, it's like you're an emote person, so it seems kind of weird that our automatic body thingy stops you from putting emotes in. This is kind of like your bread and butter. It's kind of strange. Well, he's still trying to get in here. I don't know whether I don't have any control over things because George is in the way. So I'm hoping he's okay. Hi, you. I love the headbutts. That's always funny. He's just doing this butt of head. And then there's cat butts. That's his partner. So my mouse sits right here, and every time he gets up here, he'll knock over the mouse, and then the mouse goes swinging down there, and it freaks him out. He's like, "Oh my god, what did I do?" It's so funny. You're a funny cat, you know that, right? It means the other part's not. I mean, yes, but you're just attacking it. You know that, right? Oh, I can't see your butt. Here we go. He's trying. He just wants attention. All right. I think I've wired up the sound pretty good on this. And the sound. The brake light's still on. No, okay. trying to decide whether I should bring up the right arrow. Now, what's the story with the camera going under things now? This is the story with the camera going under things.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. There you are.
Okay. I don't know what is happening. I can see what's going on the chat, and I can follow the stream. And I was talking in here because I was talking about how much I love Tessa's icons. But apparently nobody could hear me.
Yeah, you were really having issues there for a while.
And I don't know why. Is Nightbot acting out?
Nightbot was blocking Tessa's icon. We're tattling on Nightbot.
Nightbot! Nightbot, why you do this?
Yeah, why you do us dirty? Yeah. Okay, green's gone completely. Oh, for crying out loud.
Nightbot! Why?
All right. They used to have a revert. Jeez. Now we gotta go fix them.
Holy crap, it had like a limit of 3.
Right? Like, I keep thinking we've got all of these people who are all working.
I'm so sorry, Chad. I apologize.
Now let's fix this the right way.
It's like you don't understand all of the settings that Nightbot has until you start running into them. And then it's like, its defaults are like super angry.
Right? Super aggro.
I also don't know how to unban someone. Untimeout test. There we go. No, now you can. Now you can. I have untimed you out. And I have punted the Nightbot. Rush over, kitties.
George will be back. Trust me. It's only a matter of time for George. You will be able to come back and gush over George. I promise. And he will, of course, absorb, as all good cats will. He will absorb the love.
Yeah.
And adornation, whatever.
He is like, and you'll be able to hear him in the background. He's already knocked over his nightly cup.
There we go. I like that. Now I have, of course, established a thing. So now I've got to do the other one where he's turning the other direction. He lurks.
He lurks. He hunts.
I don't know if he can hunt.
He hunts for scritches. We know that.
Right? I feel like the only thing he hunts is Dove, which drives her absolutely batty. She just wants to kill him a lot. But she's too old and cranky, so she doesn't kill him. She just makes growling noises and stuff. Okay. So this way, this way, this way. When we're going this way, we must extend the range on this side. So we can join traffic. I think that works. You'll notice my really cool turn signals. See, that doesn't help. That when I brought George on, he had two jobs. One, ambassador to everybody who comes into this house, and two, get rid of the bugs. I feel like this is doing good. All right. I'll call this one good. And then we're going to go open recent and gaps in traffic left. We're going to do the other thing. Because I liked that turn signal worked.
Ay, 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 ay. The music has this weird meow to it. and it's not a George meow, but it does this yeah. It's like
Mm-hmm. I'll hug you and I'll squeeze you and I'll call you George. The whole point. See, that's still anxiety inducing to the left, but at least his left turn signal works now. Okay. We'll go back and fix car A in his turn. All I need to do is whistle and George will appear. You could speed up blue or you could slow down green, which would probably be far, far cheaper as far as properties go.
huh?
I was saying I could slow down green a little bit, and that would make instead of going through and readjusting blue so that blue blue is making that turn faster, which would require me to change all of these controls, I could slow down green so it's not as anxiety inducing.
Or you could increase green so that it's more realistic to Colorado, so that by the time that blue completes its turn, green has passed it by, just barely hitting it.
Right. Which is where it was before.
Because we actually had that situation earlier today in a McDonald's parking lot. Because
You're not bitter.
The guy was being very aggressive about getting through the parking lot.
There we go.
I wish people would learn just a little bit of patience when it comes to driving.
Had the weirdest thing happen to me at the Starbucks today, because I was at the Starbucks waiting for kiddo to come out of martial arts and got in my car and everything like this. And then in the parking lot next to me, like the next lane over, but in front, was this guy sitting in the parking lot, and there was a car parked behind, it's just stopped behind him, like somebody had gotten out of the car or something like that to go do something. And the guy in the parking space just lays on the horn all of a sudden. And the guy behind him, I'm sorry, and then drove out and around. And then this guy backs up and then just aggressively stalks this guy. And I'm like, what did he do to you? And, I at this point I had driven off, and I ended up, the way it was just getting out of the parking lot, the guy who was parked behind got into the traffic, and I just ended up shuffling behind him, and then aggro guy got behind me. So, okay, no problem. I figure, man, I'll give him some space. So I didn't have any problems. So I slowed down because, I didn't slow down, but I went the speed limit or whatever. And as we got onto the 3 lane or 2 lane with it, it had a shared turn lane. He got into the shared turn lane and passed me to get behind this guy so he can menace him some more. And I was like, okay. And then they made a left where I made a right, and I watched in the rearview mirror, and he whips around the guy, gets in front of him, does a brake check, and then just goes off, driving off. And I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of aggression for somebody who just spaced out and stopped behind you. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of aggro there.
It sounds like that guy needs to take not only a chill pill, but also needs to look at the anger in his life and maybe calm down just slightly.
I'm like, that was a lot of aggression. I was just, it's like, what? Dude, it's a whole lot of aggression.
Yeah, people are crazy angry right now.
Yeah. Tess is like, I'm gonna go after the tires. And it happens whenever we're poor.
Yeah.
I mean, when the people start losing money, it makes people angry. They blame other people.
Whether it's their fault or not.
Yeah. And it's powerlessness. People feel powerless.
Yeah.
They don't have any way of fixing the fact that they don't have any money, and job market's not working for them. And I mean, honestly, as a driving instructor, it's a thing. We know what the statistics are for driving angry, and it ain't pretty. It's not worth it. But I also keep telling my kids over and over, I'm like, assume that people just had a space out moment. It doesn't help us to assume the worst.
Yeah.
I just had a moment. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, we're a one-income house. Well, we're not a one-income household, but really my wife brings in the lion's share of the money. I'm a part-time driving instructor, so I'm not working all the time. So same kind of thing. Although this last month I've been doing this, which is part for my company. That's the reason why we're doing this, is because I'm a driving instructor. Yep. I tell my kids all the time, wave with all 5 fingers, guys. Wave with all 5 fingers. And it takes them like a second or two, like, and then they all get it. It's like me dropping a grenade in the classroom. It's awesome. I live to be the goofy, weird person
That we all know and love.
that we all know and love. All right. I feel like we've got gaps in traffic covered. I have to use smog at some point here. Yeah, It's not. It's not worth it to be that stressed out either. It's just not. It's not worth it. Better to just nod and keep going.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
All right. 2 gaps in traffic. Okay, where's 3? 4. Where's 4? Where'd 4 go? You 4?
Yeah, it's not worth the loss.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what you are. What are you?
And more than likely, you'll never see them again, so why? You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, it's when things get ugly in our culture, people get unpleasant.
Yeah. I just thought of a funny line. Have
Mm-hmm.
Macklemore go, "Oh, hey, Brig, rocking the pink again?" Because she's still in the magical girl form.
Oh yeah. Oh, blind intersection. This is first one. I'm like, how did I screw this one up? I've already had this one. This one's missing a cyclorama, and that's all it really needs, and it'll be fine.
Oh, they found the bird flu is starting to jump species here in Colorado.
Because that's what we need.
Yeah, they've detected it in a mountain lion and bear, a couple of bears.
Yep, we get seeing iRobot guards. Okay, first things first. Let's put a cyclorama in. You can't see. You can't see at all. So you'll need to roll forward. Then lean forward and look left.
But can you risk it? Can you risk it for the biscuit?
Can you brisket? What?
Can you brisket? There's actual meat involved.
Is there meat involved, though? Is there? There should always be meat.
Are you trying to say the steak is a lie?
Oh, we have the wrong map here.
Okay, Tess, you have a nice night.
See you later. Have a good day. Survive the heat well, please.
Yes.
I don't need that. That's not the one I want. No. We don't have priority to either direction. Mistake, we will bear with it. That's a rough one, man. Just saying. For this. So you work. Naturally going the wrong way. Why would it go the right way? We're losing can again. There you are. Can I hear you?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
All right. Now we need to pull him back because on the newer version of this. Yeah.
That might. I really, really love this new setup.
Mm-hmm. I do too. Super Bowl this Sunday, but you're not excited. I hate to say this, but I don't even know what the hell's going. I mean, I know somebody's playing somebody. I think the Patriots are involved.
No, it's the Chiefs and the Eagles.
Oh man, I think no matter what, the Chiefs have to lose.
Like,
I think that's
I'll
required
still
by law.
watch the game because I love watching the Super Bowl for the commercials,
That's fair.
and I really want to just make some nice snacky foods to eat for it, and I don't necessarily care who wins, and I think that actually makes for the best Super Bowl. Because regardless of how good or bad the commercials are, or how good or bad the teams do, at least there's some good food in there, and you can make some good memories.
Oh, I won't fault you one bit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I just got like other things I want to do. I mean, I've watched Godzilla flicks from the 1950s, which is pretty much the same thing. I mean, it's not like you're going to expect a whole lot out of them, you know. It's not
Yeah,
like there will be a huge, deep plot involved in rubber monster suit movies, but it's the same thing. You just love to kind of you make some good food, you sit down and you chuckle and have some fun watching rubber monster suit movies. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this plan at all.
yeah.
This is fine by me. I got nothing.
And the best part is when the audio is off.
Yep. But I mean, same principle. I'm okay with it.
Oh, Guy, I've been meaning to ask. Have you noticed an uptick in mice lately where you're at?
No.
Okay. Keep an eye on that.
Okay.
Because I am noticing here a massive uptick, and I think it's because the predators are dying off.
Maybe. Yeah, you may be right. We have an onboard predator. We have 2 onboard predators, although I think right now Dove isn't really interested in mice. But George will certainly take out a mouse if there's a mouse in this house. So
yeah.
We saw a coyote out when we were walking couple of days ago, Alex and I were. My buddy Alex. He and I were taking a walk in Homestead Park, which is just up the street, and there was a coyote in the park.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we ended up having to call Arvada Animal Control.
They're not usually this far south.
That's what I thought too. First, we thought it was a dog. Then I was like, no, that's a coyote. And then like some lady was like, don't get near it. And I'm like, look, I know better than to mess with coyotes. I'm not messing with coyotes. I mean, they're not going to hurt me because he's smaller than me, but I'm still not messing with coyotes.
Yeah.
George is over there attacking his little stuffy that he's got that's full of catnip. He's being a very malicious attacker. He's being a very good killer kitty cat. Good job on your killer kitty cat extent. Because apparently we're going to need you for mousing. Who knew? Right? Stupid coyotes bearing merchandise from Acme. Okay. Let's save this one. I think really that's pretty much all I wanted to do. This just takes rendering 3 ways. I'm going to close it. We need to do some work on this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 12. Why 12? That's 4. Why not 7? Yeah, they're definitely rolling around doing stuff. Definitely a lot of stuff going on. Why are you not in there? Where's 7? That's where this is. 2 is hierarchy of stops. This one's the rules of 4-way, which is really 7. Glad I'm figuring this one out. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Now I think they're all in the right spot. That's DS8, not 2. Like all of them were marked as number 2. I'm like, where are all of these animations going? Okay. There we go. Let's get this straightened out. All right, the first thing we've got is no, and there's no cyclorama.
Hi, Melon.
Oh, Melon's here. All right.
How are you this evening? Nice. Getting some work done?
Might as well join us.
Yep. Join us. Or at least join in the madness.
Oh, all of a sudden I'm coughing. There you go, super dry. My lips are super dry too. It
Yeah, it's been dry the last couple of days.
really has.
Yeah, I can see the Discord. I've changed up my setup so that I can actually see things a little easier now.
Nope. I may not be able to do anything. That'd really annoy me. I don't want to have to rebuild this thing from scratch, but this is the reason why we did this. I think I'm going to have to rebuild this one completely from scratch because of the protest that was made. Because the protest from the higher ups was they didn't want arrows alone. They wanted actually to have the cars have their turn signals blinking, which is fine, but these are the old model of car. I rebuilt these cars from the ground up with turn signals because of this animation right here. And now I'm doing don't think I can't replace them because they're not figures. The new car is a figure. The old cars are just objects. So Daz sees them as two different things. What that means is I'm not going to be able to save the animations on these, which means I'm going to have to start all over again.
No!
Right? Because it's like it won't save the animations. As soon as I delete the cars, they're going to lose their animation. I have to redo it. Which is all, I mean, it's not horrible. I'm just not going to do as much detail as I did before. I also think this animation doesn't quite fit like it should. Because really, there are 3 rules to a 4-way stop. Yeah, I wish that worked. But it doesn't really. That's right. I was afraid he'd say something like that. Okay, let's take a look here. See how much space I have left on my OneDrive. Because now he's doing the. Can I have the original files? Because your edited files are too difficult for me to deal with. I'm like, oh, okay, but if I give you the original files, this is how much space I've got left on my OneDrive. I've got space. I've got 890 gigs, hopefully. So I've got 110 left.
Dawn of the last gig.
Yeah, right. I'm starting to feel like that. Straighten that gig line. You know how it goes. Except, please, 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 God, don't make me do each and every one of these individually.
There we go.
I think he may find chopping up the edited video will be a markedly faster and easier way to deal with it.
Well, we like having you here, Melon.
Oh, yeah, we like having you with us as well, Melon. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I've got all these things up all over the place. I can't read anything anymore. I feel like this.
You know, it's funny is I thought issue 4 was my best looking book, and so far issue 5 is looking even better.
Well, that would make some sense though. Like, you're improving with each run.
Yeah. And my storytelling's getting stronger with each one.
Right? Which makes sense.
Well, we have 6 minutes remaining.
I'm almost tempted to do... Oh, you know what I can do? I can make it so that... No, it's 5 minutes remaining, says Alexa. Rather than redo all of these, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to make double maps.
I think this is aimed at you, Guy. Are you like a fine wine and you get better with age.
I think I think he's actually aiming that at you because you're talking about how you're getting better at 5.
Oh, could be.
But I'm right on the fence here. If I could save this, but there's a lot of stuff that were originally sort of, he didn't like the way that the cars moved and stuff like that, so they were a little too dramatic for him. This was the first one we ever did, so it's almost worth it to do a new version with the correct cars. I'll bet you it would take less time. It would take less time. I think I'd make a new one from scratch. That makes a little bit more sense. Save that and then go ahead and put a ground in. Ground. I wonder if it'll be friends with me.
Also, when you come here, you get to see a bunch of different things at once, like 3D animation, comic book art, posters, just whatever. It's not limited to just one thing.
Yeah. There's always something strange going on. We're always up to no good.
And then occasionally we get a guest star of George.
It's an important thing, man. George is important. I would say George is a good cat, but he really is just a pest. There's a certain amount of pest to him. I'll go Chevys or Toyota, but it's never Ford, man. Never Ford, just saying. Their trucks are okay, but boy, their cars. Not wanting to start a fight, though. For you Ford lovers out there. All right. Put in a tree or two. And then we need stop signs. Oh. Was that intentional?
I'm not doing anything.
Oh, that was weird.
It is midnight, however.
It is midnight. After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out.
After midnight.
All right. I'm not sure. Not sure what I want to do with this. I don't know what I want to do.
Later, Donald.
See you. Good night, Donald. Good night, Melon. Thank you for both being here. Bob, I know you're there somewhere. I'll see you at some point as well. We'll be back on tomorrow morning. We did have Tessa here for a while too, which was cool. And then I think that's pretty much it. We haven't seen Brent.
Yeah, it's coming for quiet night, which was nice.
It is a nice quiet night. All right. Good night, everybody. As always, keep your eyes on the stars. Bye-bye.
Bye.